Can I have it? Oh, I can't have it. Can Pop have one? Oh. Can Pop have one? You're teasing me. Effective on June 1st, I am no longer a voting member of the Skookum Kids Board of Directors. This is a really big moment in the maturity and development of Skookum Kids. But if you're not familiar with how nonprofits work, it might be a little scary. So I want to explain for a minute. First of all, I don't own Skookum. The community does. Nonprofits are different from businesses in that a business is owned by its shareholders and its purpose is to enrich those shareholders. But a charity isn't owned by any person or group of people. It is owned by the community. A nonprofit is how a community organizes itself to get done something that it finds important. That might be to operate a museum or maintain a collection of precious art or perhaps advance participation in a particular sport. In Skookum's case, to repair the foster care system by eliminating the pain points that make life unnecessarily difficult for foster parents. Skookum Kids is the embodiment of Greater Bellingham's desire to do foster care differently. And the board of directors at Skookum Kids serves as the community's representatives when they fulfill their duties to safeguard the mission and strategic direction of Skookum Kids. And I would love to represent the community in safeguarding Skookum's mission and strategic direction, but I'm also an employee of Skookum Kids. I get a paycheck here, so I have a built-in conflict of interest. The IRS says that means I am not what they define as an independent board member because I have a personal financial interest in some of the decisions that the board would make. So ideally, in a healthy, full-grown nonprofit, the board of directors hires an executive director. Lots of things called director here. I'm happy to be called something different, and that will make it more easy to understand what's going on. Anyway, and the executive director, who reports to the board of directors, executes the strategic plan, which is also written by the board of directors. Now, in young nonprofits, it's not always so neat and tidy. Often there's a founder or a group of founders who do whatever it takes to get the job done, damn the torpedoes, right? Conflict of interest we'll figure out later. And you can find ways to mitigate one or two conflicts of interest by kicking certain people out of the room when you get to that part of an agenda, but nobody wants to do that. It's weird and just nobody enjoys it. And at some point, those conflicts of interest are gonna matter. You should really resolve them proper as soon as you can. Now, we've been pecking away at ours. And the last one to go is the fact that I was, until the 1st of June, both an employee and a member of the board of directors, but no longer. We added a new board member in June, and he filled the seat that I vacated. That gives us 7 fully independent board members and an executive director who is not filling one of those seats. So there we go. Fantastic. And our board has a great mix of newcomers and old-timers, men and women, foster parents, a therapist, an event planner, an accountant, a CEO, and a couple of nonprofit experts. They're a fantastic group who understand what we're about, and honestly, they don't need my vote. It's going to be nice to just be a plain old executive director and wear just one hat for a change. Hey, can you do big eyes? Yeah, you can. Can you do whale eye? Can you do stink eye? Good job.